Welcome, Manu, to Hamburg, to the first ELBJAZZ festival.
Thank you.
You're going to play tonight. And I'm glad you're here because you're a very much in-demand drummer, one could say. Okay. You're like not only playing as a band leader, but also as a sideman. And you're a host of a TV show in France,
Very
One
true.
Shot Not.
Yep.
So what are you presenting tonight?
We're playing with a quartet, which is like bass, electric bass, acoustic piano, electric piano, saxophone, and drums. We're mainly presenting a part of the last new album, which is called Third Round, and the previous one, Playground and Neighborhood. So we're kind of mixing the three albums together as a quartet.
For the last album, Playground, you had some Polish people in the band like Maciej Wasilewski and Sławomir Kokiewicz.
Yeah.
Now you changed the band members,
Yeah.
and I wonder why.
I'm just like, I think it's a musical question. I mean, I've been touring with Marcin and Sławomir, and then I had two Norwegian guys as a saxophone player and a trumpet player. For the first two albums since then with Jan Gabarek and Tomasz Tanko, it's always been quite Norwegian-Polish. For the third album, the composition was a bit different, as I said before, a little bit more electric. And I wanted to have my friend with me, which is Pino Palladino on bass, because we go back many, many years. And he accepted it, and I was very, very pleased. And I thought because of him, and I thought it would be nice to incorporate different musical background. And so I kept the Norwegian side with the saxophonist, but with those guys at the rhythm section, of course. Those guys are very busy as sidemen as well, so I said, okay, I'm going to keep the same instruments like electric piano and electric bass, and acoustic piano, of course, but with different guys. And I found other guys that I'm playing with in France most of the time. We joined the band. So changing the tone of the record, which is a little bit more electric, needed some new guys because they were very used of the repertoire, and I thought it would be nice just to change it with the instruments, with instrument player as well.
You're one of the few drummers who I know who are really like moving in many different fields. Like you're in the jazz business, in the pop business, and even in the rock business. So what is your home?
A simple thing, I think it's just music. I mean, for me, I don't really make differences between jazz and blues and pop and rock, as long as, emotionally you're touched. And when I present like tonight, like the Third Round album plus the other previous albums, it's not a question of I'm a jazz artist. It's me, Manu, playing the drums, enjoying it, and I hope you're going to have a lot of pleasure. But it's just I just talk about music, and my influences, of course, coming. My background was classical originally because I've been learning how to play a piano, classical piano, and classical percussion. I mean, this whole thing makes me just like love music, and there's no like drawers like saying, okay, now I'm going to play jazz and I got a drum jazz kit, and now I'm going to play rock and I got a huge kit. If you look at it on stage, it's always the same kit, just the cymbal set is different, and I think nuances are different because it's more instrumental music as one singer in the front. But mainly, I think all my references and influences are just in myself, and I'm just using it for the purpose of the music. So me at ease is with the music I like to play, and touch people sometimes, it doesn't touch people other times.
I see that people like Sting and Peter Gabriel, they discovered you. I mean, not every classical trained drummer and jazz drummer is discovered by pop stars.
It's true.
And also TV came along. So what quality does it need to move into different?
I think I've been lucky. I think I've been very privileged. In '86, Peter Gabriel just trust me to do this solo album, and then of course on and on with a long list of artists. I think I'm quite perfectionist. I think I'm pretty straight ahead. So what you hear is what I am. I'm not trying to play like someone else. I'm not trying to pretend that I got a lot of respect for a lot of musicians on this planet, and some of them are going to play on this festival actually. But the thing is, it's what I am, and that's a very good question, because being my evolution between rock, pop, and with those big names and different guys and jazz scene, blah blah blah, TV, camera. I know I got a radio show in Paris as well every Sunday night live. The thing is just I think people trust me because I'm passionate. And when I talk about the music and I'm introducing or presenting people that I like, they can relate on it. So for me, I think festivals are the essence of the music nowadays, which means you have a lot of different groups. Doesn't matter, pop, underground, funk, whatever you want to call it. But you have the new generation trying many things with computers and technique and technology. But the thing with festivals, you meet people and you listen to other guys. And all of a sudden when you're young, even if you're not too young, you just listen and your ear can be grabbed by something interesting. And from that moment, you can involve, your own music. And I think for me, festival is the basic of the music of those next years coming up.